Okay, so basically, I'll still explain it. Basically, there was this guy. Well, let me get the tweets. So
Yeah.
the tweets are pretty funny, but basically, I have to be able to summarize this. But this random guy came at one of the like prominent color commentators in fighting games, and basically said like, why would you listen to this guy? He hasn't done anything. He's not very good at the game, blah, blah, blah. And it kind of came out of nowhere. So everybody was like, yo, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Why does he feel so strongly about this? And so then they went in his tweets and found the receipts. And it basically, he describes himself as a conservative black nationalist. And he was like basically saying the way that people in the fighting game community talk, it's like they try to do their best black impression that's still like, well, I'll just read what he said. He said, "Want to be a
Well,
fighting game commentator? Just do your best black impression on color commentary and you can make it. No former competitive history necessary, just a nice non-black face and a couple of stolen lines from myself, possibly a California residency, and there you have it." And this guy was just like, he was kind of a hater because he was saying like, "Oh, why are y'all saying y'all?" Blah 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 blah. But like, y'all is very normal for non-black people to say,
yeah,
especially in
more
America.
southern.
Yeah, if you're Southern, like that's not the thing that I took an issue with. So it was like, you know that meme where it's like the person that you hate the most just made a good point. It's kind of like that. Where like there is this thing in fighting games and just general nerd culture where like nerds will find a word or a phrase that was originally black and they'll like run it into the ground and change the meaning and all this stuff. Like simp. Simp is one of those words where
Mhm.
the definition of simp has changed just because
Right.
a
I don't
certain
think there is a
community
Simple
got a
definition
hold of it.
black
anymore.
thing? Was simple black thing? I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it
thought it
was
was
a
just
black thing for a long time.
really. I don't know.
Yeah,
See,
well, think
this is
about it
gonna
in like
sound
2012.
controversial. This,
Hmm.
bro. I'm gonna say, you know what? I hold my opinion. I hold my opinions on this. I love black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm black. You know what I mean? Pro black positivity.
I'm scared.
Say it, boy.
This is going in the pot,
No,
by the way.
no. What? So no, it's nothing crazy. It's just that sometimes I feel like certain. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Nah, 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 nah. Wait,
Certain
wait, no,
black
no, no. Wait a
people
minute.
claim
Wait a
some
minute.
shit that wasn't actually black. That's what you're getting ready to say,
Yeah.
or they want to claim
That's
too
not
much
that
stuff.
bad.
No,
But
they because
simp
like
is one of
no. This
those
is the
where it's
thing.
like,
No. There's cultural relativism, right? Like
right,
because you've only seen it in your culture for so long, you think that's where it began, right?
Hmm.
And when you see other people, other groups of people adopting these things, right? You think that they stole it from you,
Mm,
right? And sometimes that might be the case, and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it isn't. You know, that's all.
okay.
And
yeah.
like, and if they steal it, like, okay, or if they adopt it, I'm not gonna say steal. If they adopt these things, are you more offended that they just took it, or are you more offended that they're disrespecting it?
See,
So I
I
think
don't
it's
take offense to it. You know, like I'm not offended that the nerd started using simp. It's just now the word has no meaning, so like there's no point in
yeah.
using it anymore. I don't
Well,
take any offense to it, but it's
Yeah.
just something that I noticed. Like in I'll talk about the nerd community that I'm the most in because that's the one that I'm the most in and understand the most. But like there is a history of black color commentators who coined a lot of phrases that ended up just becoming regular lexicon. So like
Mm.
somebody was getting their ass kicked, right? There were a lot of guys from New York and they would just call that shit, oh, that's bus ass happening, right? And it's so weird hearing like bus ass come out of a white boy's mouth or even a Puerto Rican guy's mouth or whatever the fuck guy's mouth. Because like
Mhm.
you don't say that, your parents didn't say that, your friends didn't say that. You heard that from this guy in this arena and you wanted to take it. And I again, it's not offense. It's just it looks weird. You know, it's funny. It looks a bit funny.
So for me, it's only if they do it in a a
Respectful way.
disrespectful manner. Yeah. Like
Mm.
if like because we have this conversation a lot in the thing about like cultural appropriation, and I think it's only cultural appropriation when either they don't know about the culture that they're adapting, or B, they do it in a disrespectful way. Because there's a lot of things that happen that people take or different cultures take from other cultures that they do in respectful ways, and nobody ever calls it out. But as long as it's
Yeah,
done
that's how
with
cultures kind of progress,
yeah,
right?
Don't be
yeah,
surprised when
and
the people in the tournaments are going to be going bing bong all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's gonna be
dog,
hilarious.
I'm dead ass. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Shout out to Coney Island. Shout out to Nims. I hate,
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
really
hate
funny.
seeing it. Like, it's cool. Like, it's interesting the way how things just spread out and stuff. But it just
Mhm.
feels weird watching some weirdo just fucking saying it. That's from like the middle of fucking Ohio, out of just nowhere, being bored in his house and tweeting shit like that, or even saying it like an actual. It like, no, fam. Like, come on. Let's be
I
respectful every now and then.
respectful. Okay, see, okay, it's become a meme, and like the way people interpret memes, it's a meme, right? Um,
Yeah.
I have more issue with what's it, Nems, the rapper. That's the guy who recorded that shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, Nems, man, Nems is trying to capitalize on the homeless in Coney Island, bro.
You know what? You know what? When you mentioned that earlier, I was like, damn, is he talking about Nems? And I'm like, yeah, he's probably talking about Nems. Are we sure they're homeless?
Ah, bro, they look hella homeless, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people that look homeless that actually have a home.
if not homeless,
There are some
mentally ill.
scammers out there.
Yeah, the
'Cause
mentally ill. Right.
I've
Yeah,
seen I've seen a guy. He pulls up in a wheelchair at the corner, gets out, walks all the way around, grabs a sign, goes back to his chair, and it says on the sign it says, "I can't walk. Please help me." And I was like, "What?"
Whoa.
like my thing
Nah,
is
that's
like
that's hustling correct.
Yeah,
it's
that stuff
not
was wild to me.
well, check this out. It's not acceptable, right, to fuck with homeless people. People are like, yo, that's not cool, right? But as soon as like a camera comes on, then we feel like it's cool, right? Like, let's make this a joke. Let's make a mockery of these people, right? Like, literally, if you start harassing a homeless dude on the street, no cameras and nothing, right? A bunch of people probably shitting you, like, look at this fuckhead. You know, I shouldn't curse, but like, look at this fuckhead, right? But like, as soon as you put on a camera, right, give it a little narrative, like, give it a little fun narrative or whatever, you look
Mhm.
like you're not such a bad guy, right? But
Uh,
it's the same
is
shit.
that
It's
true?
the same, bro. Trust
'Cause
me. We had the
I
whole
don't know.
social
Like,
experiment era. We had the whole social
That's
experiment
true.
era.
And that was sick shit.
That was
That's
sick
true.
shit. You know, and then they would sometimes just try to act like we're helping these people. I'm like, bro, you're just exploiting these niggas. Give them a few bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
That's
they
the
They'll
can
bring
thing.
them
because
Is,
what
food
was
or
it?
sit down by them, talk to them. It's like you're treating them like a freaking animal or something. Like, oh,
didn't
look at that.
Meek Mill make a homeless guy do push-ups for some change?
yeah,
See,
something
that's some
like that.
bullshit, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
for me, all these videos are trash. Because, like, why are you fucking with people just for some content? Like, come on.
Nah, bro.
Yeah. I don't mind where he just puts like the camera and the microphone and asks them questions. But the social experiment thing, it's like the opposite, right? Like what they were doing with the social experiment or like giving homeless people money and filming it, it was only nasty because it was on film. Whereas this, it's somehow less nasty because it's on film, like on camera.
All right, so this is not the only video that he did this, right? So like
Mm.
he's been trying to become viral off of this shit for a while now. Like there was another one where he's recording the same guy that goes like Byron, you know, where he's just recording the guy go on like a 2-minute rant, just saying like I ain't no Trump change, and I'm like, fam, you don't need to put this on it. Like,
Yeah.
But if you have hood personalities and these people that are around, it really comes down to like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Like there are ways where you can do these sorts of things, but if it's people
You can tastefully
that
do
like
it
you
for
always
sure.
see them and you've always been around, like I think this has always like been a New York thing as well. It's just people are recording
yeah,
it.
no, let's keep it up. Like when you're around certain neighborhoods, you know the ethics and morals of that neighborhood just might be different from like Gen Pop, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
So I
certain
think
things
that's
you
it.
like, yeah, you just look the other way. It's like it's whatever. That's just everyday shit.
Oh
right?
yeah, Johnny taking his shit in the corner like he always does. Always in the same corner too. Like, it was crazy, but
Let
just
me
Yeah.
keeps it
record
moving.
this shit.
That's the
Record
thing.
it,
So
hey,
then
man.
you have to be very mindful of like how you make this neighborhood or this community come off, right? So
Yeah.
the one that went viral, it's not very like there's nothing offensive about it. It just looks like, oh, this neighborhood is quirky and
Yeah, just
these
doing side
A
people
talk
lot
are
of
blah
shit.
blah blah.
personality, right? A lot of
Yeah,
Yeah.
but once you
personality.
start recording them doing, you know,
Other shit.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some wild shit. I saw one of the guys like jump into like a pile of trash or whatever.
So then it comes to discretion, right?
Mhm.
And I don't know if people who are looking to go viral and discretion go hand in hand. You know, I
Yeah,
feel like those
I
are
know they don't
conflict
know.
of interest.
So
But this is the thing. Go ahead.
Not even that
Sorry.
they don't know. I
for
think they're
me,
willing to look past it for the viral moment.
yeah. So that's my thing. Like, so let's say like the first video with Nims, it makes it look all quirky and fun and blah blah. But then my thing is like the perversion of that afterwards, where all the other people who are trying to go viral start just fucking with homeless
Just looking
people.
for homeless people.
It's
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
to the fucking thing that I was talking about with the commentator, where at first this thing is pure, this is how this person is, this is how they talk, this is their color commentary, right? But
Mm.
then when other people do it, it's like, you know what? It's not the offense. It's just it's disingenuous. It's like you don't talk to your mom like that. You don't talk
Yeah.
to anybody in your
Real.
life like that, but you get in front of this camera and you want to be like the next guy. So you start saying all his phrases and
Real.
you say them wrong.
They're
Hold
putting on
up,
a character.
side. Can I play devil's advocate?
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
you have a younger brother,
Yeah.
right? I have younger siblings. Uh, this like I guess like gamer terminology
Mm.
that stems from like ebonics and stuff like that. It's prevalent, and these kids talk like that all the time. You remember like
Yeah, it's huge.
at least like when I was in high school, we used to say swag a lot. You
That's
remember that?
sick.
Boomer ass
Nah,
nigga. Yeah.
Schoolboy days, bro.
yeah, like when
Peace,
we were in high
peace.
school, we used to say swag or like what was it? When we were in middle school, we used to copy what's his name, Carlos Mencia, and say da da da. Like you remember those things? It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you're fucking old, bro.
nah,
Yo.
I
No,
am.
bro. We used to do
Hold
that
up,
at my
you're
school
just as
too,
old
bro.
as me.
Yeah, we all the same
Hey
age.
man, nah. Don't drag me into your mess. Keep it moving, dog. Keep it moving, Ash.
We all
Well,
used to say
but
that shit.
I'm assuming I'm not a gamer. I'm very ignorant when it comes to that world. Like I just remember playing Mega Man NT Warrior back in like '05. Okay, I'm
That's
ignorant.
Damn.
cool.
Okay, okay, but uh, I assume right that they're just doing what we did as kids, where we just hear cool things and we just repeat that shit all the time, even to our family. Like I know dudes that talk like that to their parents and they happen to not be black. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, these are what the kids are saying now. This is what the kids think is cool, right? Maybe they do talk like that around other people. You know, maybe
Yeah,
it's just
but
like,
okay. Let me go to an example to make this more clear. Because like it wouldn't be an issue for me if they were just saying like random phrases or whatever. But, like there are people who adopt entire like black scents to do what they do, to have a person quote unquote personality in like nerd
Mm.
scenes. So like there's a
right,
guy who he's white as snow, right? He's mad good at Dragon Ball Fighter. And
okay,
I think he has some sort of Hispanic in him, but again, he's white as snow. And he has amassed a following and he has amassed like a fandom for being good at the game and also being entertaining. So every time he accepts like a what's the thing? A subscription on Twitch and the little thing pops up, he's like, yo, thank you, blah blah blah. I appreciate that for real, for real. And it's like, you don't fucking say that. You didn't start saying that until a fucking month ago. Stop it.
That's
It's
wild.
weird, nigga. You sound weird. It sounds like it hurts coming out of your mouth. Stop it.
yo, don't tell me he said for real, for real,
No, for real, for real. For
for
real,
real,
for
for
real.
real, for
For
real, for
real,
Bro
real,
for real.
enunciates the shit out of that real. And there's more.
real.
Like, what else does he say? Oh, he says fella every time. It's like he was saying nigga, and then somebody told him like, "Yo, you can't be out here
Can't
saying
say that.
niggas." So he says
They
"fella"
said,
in place of "nigga" everywhere.
You my
You know,
fella,
say
boy. You my
fella.
fella.
yeah, you know the
Yeah.
meme.
What's good, my
Like this
fellas?
fella, hey, this fella is wildin'. But you know the meme where it's like, the gun is niggas and then the silencer is motherfuckers.
Yeah.
His is like the silencer is fella.
You know what? You know what? That kind of makes me feel away. I'm gonna stop saying that too.
That's actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, calling people fella is funny as hell, bro. What's up,
For
It's
real.
insane.
How you
What
doing,
up, my
fella?
fella? Nah, bro. I shouldn't even say it like that. Hold on, let me
Oh
My
relax.
fella,
man.
my fella.
Nah, there's a difference.
I
There's a
no.
difference.
I hear you, but like this is the thing. I'm cool if you talk like that all the time, right? Like you've been
Like
Mhm.
talking
it
like
comes from you. Like it's something
that.
that you were
Ooh,
used to.
ooh, I
If
gotta
it's
follow up
if
question.
it's authentic, bro. If it sounds
Yeah,
authentic to you. But a
I
lot
gotta
of
I
these
know
follow up
guys, it
mad
question.
doesn't
Southern
sound
people.
authentic to them.
I know a lot. I know mad, not even Southern, like rural people. Like
Yeah.
they put a little accent on certain words, right? They
Right.
just say it a little bit differently, you know. I know rural people that speak like this, right? So I'm like, cool, that's okay. But if it's just like you're doing it just around a set group of people, like you know when white dudes say brother as soon as they
Yeah.
see a
Oh yeah,
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 I used
then I
to
was
hate that
that's
like,
shit.
wild.
I ain't your brother.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
got
Like
two
why are
follow up
you
things. I
ending
got
your
two follow up
sentence with
things. So
certain things? Like,
my follow up thing. First thing is, yeah, I hate that shit when, like, cause I used like when I first started working, like my boss would be like, "Hey, how you doing?" To everybody, and then when they come to me, "Yo, what up?" It's like, come on, bro. You said hey to everybody. Now you
yeah.
saying yo to me? Like, come on. But my secondary question is, so how long does adaptation take? Because I know we all didn't start saying lit. None of us started saying lit. It just started happening a few years or a few months ago, and so
Yeah.
we all kind of had to get used to saying lit and saying it in the right way that felt comfortable to us. So how long does that adaptation phase, or do you allow people to have that adaptation phase?
I don't
Me,
know.
me
Because
coming from a different culture, it's well, if we're talking about allowing, then I shouldn't be saying anything at all at the moment. But it just depends. It depends how the memes flow. Sadly,
Mm.
this everything is just ran by memes.
Hey, hungry. You wanna set time? You wanna set time? 2 weeks.
Damn,
Two
that's
weeks,
2
2
bro.
weeks.
What's
hey
your
man,
day?
at the end of that
Damn,
time, if it doesn't sound authentic, bro, you gotta drop it. You
Yeah,
gotta
that's
if
true.
drop
it,
it.
if it
I
don't
like
if
it.
it doesn't sound authentic by then, bro, quit it.
You got 2 weeks.
I think I dropped it because of that. That's why I put so many fire
2 weeks.
emojis. Like, fuck
Yeah,
it. I think it's
bro.
better. Yeah.
You know what? Now, like, if you say that shit and people feel uncomfortable around you for 2 weeks, bro, drop
Yeah.
that shit.
Drop
Drop that
it, bro.
Yeah.
shit.
Let it go.
It feels better saying mad fire emojis saying slit.
Because
Yo,
like for
you,
what you call the dude Simon was talking about, like he's still trying to get through the adaptation phase, so he should
For
just be
real.
like
For
fella,
Yeah,
fella,
real.
fella,
nah,
fella,
drop it,
fella,
bro. It's
fella,
been
fella,
years.
drop
It's
fella,
it.
been
fella.
years.
Drop it. Yo,
Let it go.
what's his name? Terrence Martin? No, what's the guy? No, Terrence Howard,
Terrence
right?
Howard,
Mm.
Hmm?
man.
Okay, you know how he says mange or mange?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. I know a lot of dudes try to pull that shit off. It just did not work. It did not
Doesn't
work. I
work.
was like, yo, quit it.
Bro, there are
Drop
some
this
things
shit.
that you have to experience at a young age, bro. They're like I feel like that man. You have to experience that at a young age,
And that's
Yeah,
something
or
that
else
comes
you
with
just are
to
time.
never
really
gonna
get it.
get it. Like I'm
All right,
never gonna get it because I'm not from the South. Like I'll never
hold
be
up,
able to say that.
side. Is it mang or is it mange?
It's MANG, bro. It's like man, but like I
What's
All right.
sound
good,
stupid
man?
saying it still.
No, see,
Yeah.
that's the goofiest part. People were saying it wrong the whole time, bro. They were
Yeah.
saying mange.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, there's two different ways to like if you're doing it like phonetically, is that the word? Or
Yeah.
phonically?
Like if you're looking
So
at if
MAYNE, and then that like NE you
mm,
kind of just like let off. So it's
yeah,
mine
so it's a G.
or MANG, where it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You ever catch your friend trying to test out a new phrase and it just like you see it, you notice it drop off, but you don't say anything?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
yo,
bro.
you remember merch?
Oh,
Yo,
Yeah.
merch was nasty. Merch was
yo,
disgusting.
merch is disgusting. It's like, yo, let me merch.
Oh
What does
wow.
that mean?
That was a huge
Nobody.
Midwest thing for a long time too. Merch
Mhm.
For
that.
real.
Uh,
Man, I wish thought like low key. I was mad that thought like caught on.
I was too.
yeah, that was
So many
stupid.
words.
That was stupid.
There's so
people
many
like
words that I hate
thought
seeing
is the
just
same
people
thing as
use.
a simp. Like it's
Yeah.
lost its meaning.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
No, even the meaning. No. Just like if you put it in a fucking sentence, right? I shouldn't. Excuse my language. I don't want to cuss on the spot, right? But the real hash is coming out. The real hash. No, but I'm joking.
Yeah.
But but like it stands for. It's an acronym, right? Thought
Yeah.
that hole over there, right?
Mhm.
And people would use it, and then when you were to split that acronym apart, that sentence falls
The
apart.
sentence doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and
This thought.
look,
Body.
I
This that
love
whole there.
Chirac. I love Chirac music, right? It's just you can tell that they stopped school at a certain age. You know, that's
Mhm.
all. That's all.
Or kind of like a SMH my
Yo, that's
head.
foul, Hash. Stop.
SMH my
Hey,
head. That's my shit, bro.
hey. We all have that Illinois friend. You know, he's just a little slow. You know.
Shout out to Wes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nah, I'm kidding, Wes. I
Big
love you,
Wes
man. I
for
miss
I
you,
have
life,
a
man.
theory. I have a theory
Come
as to
back to
why
the
they're stupid.
Discord.
No. I have a theory as to why Illinois people are stupid. Okay, like stupid. Okay.
All right,
What
relax.
is
All
this?
right. Be
Huh?
careful where you're going.
Nah, man. No. This is beef,
Yo, he's
okay?
never going to
I
Chicago
rep
again,
Rep
bro.
Minnesota, bro. Fuck Illinois, okay?
Oh my
Minneapolis
God.
is real sick. Okay, no, back to what I was saying. All right. So you know how we know Chicago style pizza, right?
Yep.
We know.
Mhm.
All right. You see how thick it is?
Hmm.
Mhm.
All that cheese and sauce and bread, right? All that crust. They can't be thinking at an optimal level. You know, everything's just a little bit slower when you have to digest
When your
all that.
blood sugar is mad fucking high.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know
bro.
how much crap they
We
put on their hot dogs, bro? There's no way they're
This is
thinking at
true.
a optimal speed, bro.
Man saying their blood
Honestly,
is just sludge.
them glizzies are packed,
their
so they got
brain
too
is
much in
busy
their mouth
trying to
and they
break
can't
that shit
speak.
down.
And they can't.
Yeah,
Damn.
bro.
Real life.
You know what? Let me chill. I don't want fucking. What's Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm good, man.
You didn't hear it from me, but legend says like Chicago people always have like a piece of food stuck in the back of their mouth just in case, you know?
Just to keep the
Yeah.
blood sugar high.
Yeah.
What is going on?
No. Have y'all ever had a friend and like he tries that new word out on you, but you can tell he's only read it and he's never heard it before? Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
that shit is mad funny. I can't even think of an example, but you know words that have the English language is stupid.
Right.
So if you've only read something and then you go to say it out loud, you know, you might say it wrong. Like time, bro. I used to say time wrong. I used to say like time. Like
Yeah.
it was Spanish or something. Because you know it
Yeah.
got TH.
Fine.
Fine.
But because I had never like heard it said. I had just read it in like cookbooks and like recipes online or whatever.
Mhm.
I wish marijuana wasn't that popular of a word because it would expose a lot of people. Because there was a
Oh,
time,
for sure.
Marijuana.
yeah,
Marijuana.
Marijuana.
sick.
Oh god, that's hilarious. Like, yeah, man, I was smoking some marijuana yesterday, nigga. No, you
Very
weren't.
Oh man.
Oh
But
my
Good
yeah, that's
God.
all I wanted to say, man. If you're a nerd and you know you encounter some shit and you think it's cool,
You got
practice
2
it for
weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, you got 2 weeks to
Yeah.
practice
2
that
weeks.
shit. If it
Also,
doesn't work, go
learn the
back to
real
your old shit.
definition of the word before you
That
start
too.
using it.
Facts.
Oh man. Okay, this is the last story I'm gonna tell. No, I swear we're gonna get into some anime shit. But when
Alright.
simp like got huge like 3 years
Oh my
ago and
God, I hated that
everybody
word.
and everything was a simp, I asked my friend because he said it, and I was like, dang, this is kind of a weird way to use it. I said, yo, what does simp mean, bro? And he was like, you know, it just means they're simple. They're a simpleton, you know? I was like, oh shit.
Son, I would
No.
back.
Hold
Oh,
up.
Nah,
We
man.
forgot we forgot like the pinnacle of all those words, bro. Like okay. So you remember gay?
yeah.
No,
Mhm.
not like you remember it, but like the way people used to say gay, everything
Yeah.
Yeah.
was gay.
Everything was gay.
Everything was gay. If it was like slightly even mid or lame, gay. If it was kind of homosexual, gay. If it was just like,
They just
if it,
didn't like something. That's
it
gay.
didn't even
Like,
have to be something they didn't like. It's just if it existed, it was gay.
yeah.
And
Anything with
like,
any negative connotation was gay. Period.
Yeah.
Like
if
it
you
didn't
said
matter
it,
what it was.
if you were the person, if they just didn't like you and you said something, that's gay.
That's gay as
Mhm.
hell.
Yeah, this is weird. I
Water's
always
wet,
say that.
yeah, that shit gay. Shit gay.
Yeah.
Oh
It
man,
was a filler
I'm
wear.
glad
That's the
we've
best
been
way to put
freed
it.
of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we've been freed of the gay shackles. Now to free us of the rest of these fucking shackles, man.
Facts.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I hear, I
2
still
weeks
to
at
this
a
day hear
time.
people say it, and I feel like it's very corny. Like,
What,
fam,
gay?
Yeah, when
yeah,
they
like,
feel
oh,
like
that's
pussy's
gay.
gay.
Like, oh, like, fam, like, you use so many, like, the fucking dictionary has so many fucking words, or even the
Nah,
thesaurus,
look,
and you gotta
look.
be such a
You know,
fucking goof to use the same thing. Like, get smarter, man. Read a fucking book.
Ellie, you know why I kind of like it? It exposes the lames, bro. It exposes
Okay,
the lames.
okay, I like that. I
You
can see
know,
that.
cause like, okay, we're all on Twitter. We see those dudes that
Hmm.
take photos. Like, they see a photo of a girl not wearing makeup. They're like, "This is what you guys are like hyping up." It's like exposed. You don't talk to
For real.
women. You don't talk to women. Like, it's just there's certain things you can tell when a lame person's about to expose themselves. Like, they start commenting on shit, and you're just like, okay, I see you, bro. I see where your head's at.
Big facts. He's not
Yeah.
wrong.
All right, should we get to this anime shit?
Let's
Yes,
get it.
bro.
Wait, first we should
And on the
introduce
way to get
ourselves.
to the anime shit, yeah, I was getting ready to say, what is good, y'all? 30 minutes in. It's your guy Side. The OFC
Podcast
podcast
over.
is back. Right, the podcast damn near over. But I'm here with the homies. I'm here with Haash.
Ooh,
I'm here with Ellie.
Yo,
And we got Hungry in the building. What's up, Hungry?
Yeah, who hungry?
I gotta make something up.
Yeah, you definitely do. Because these guys they're in their bag.
Not killing me, man.
Shit,
God
hey, that's a
damn it.
big one right there. Hungry. If you say it
Oh,
wrong, I know
true.
you ain't part of the tribe.
This is
Mhm.
true. This is true.
mm.
See? But the anime thing that we are going to get into today is it's
Guilty
it's that
pleasure?
time of year. Ooh, we could do guilty pleasure. Okay. What do y'all want to do between guilty pleasures
Let's
and
do
anime
guilty
of the year?
pleasures first,
I'll
and then
take.
we'll,
I'll
we'll
take
end it
True,
with
because
the
I
guilty.
want to
AOE.
get my anime of the year shit all the way together. We're gonna get that right.
I'll
We
take
did.
guilties. I'll take
Let's
guilty.
just guilty pleasures over the years, like shit that you've been trying to hide from your homeboys, or your friends, or your family. Shit that you watch at 2 a.m. at night, under the covers.
Doors closed. Make
You
sure
know,
Yeah.
speakers in on mad silent.
I'm
Yes.
mad
Yeah.
silent, bro.
Sick. Don't
Headphone
don't
on,
don't don't get me started with this VR shit. All right. Let's continue.
Oh, sickness. No, there's this video series on YouTube called Good Anime You Can't Watch in Public. It's like that, but like not just that, bro. Like your guilty pleasure could be like, my guilty pleasure is that I've paid for a few Yuri visual novels that I've played through, and them shits is
Mm.
fire. You see what I'm saying?
That's
yeah.
not bad.
Or just like
Like
shitty
Citrus.
romance anime. Yeah, Citrus, great.
Citrus is actually
Like,
pretty good. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
can't watch
yeah.
that in
I watched
public
it.
though. You can't watch. You
You
can't watch that in
definitely
public.
can't.
You
No, you
can?
can't tell the homies that
You
you're
can't.
watching Citrus.
Yeah,
Mm.
you definitely can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I tried
Cause
Watching
watching some
Fruits
of these
Basket in
like,
public is crazy.
yeah,
most
yeah.
of these Yuri you can't, especially like I'm gonna just say, just as a man, you can't watch that much Yuri in public.
Yeah.
Not even just Yuri.
Or
Some
just
of
like
these just
romance in
like,
general.
yeah. Like I tried
Yeah,
watching Horimiya at the gym on my on the treadmill, and I just felt like eyes everywhere. Like
that
I'm
shit
getting
mad
judged.
wholesome though. Like people need to
Yeah.
start
No,
watching
it's
that.
beautiful. Same thing with Comey, man. It's
Uh,
something that you can like, even though it feels weird. I just watch it. I'm smiling and shit. Like, oh, like this happened to me this week. I was watching Comey, catching up, and the city's like, oh, why are you smiling so much? And I was just fucking looking at, just watching Comey right there, like having them like a nice little wholesome moment. Like, oh
for
damn,
real.
I feel corny as shit now.
Just be caught smiling for no reason. You gotta lie. All much of Dragon Ball.
Who
Yeah.
got you
Exactly.
smiling like that?
Who got you
Hey.
smiling like that? Yeah.
Or like, have you ever tried to explain how much you like anime to somebody, and like you're trying to explain like different good anime, but then you realize, damn, I can't exactly explain the plot of these things.
Hey,
Let me
man.
just hit old reliable.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey
do
I
man,
it. I
love
Re
don't
that
do
Zero
it.
is
stuff.
better than Game of Thrones. That's all I gotta say.
Oh shit.
See,
Shots
one of
fired.
my is like what is it? How not to summon a demon lord. That's a
Oh, that
guilty pleasure. You
one's
can't watch that in
yeah,
public,
that
but
one's kind
Okay.
of
it
dangerous.
is funny.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
have a show. This show's called Haganai. Haganai.
when they cry.
Mm.
Nai. No, so it was like a harem anime, but it wasn't anything like romantic. It was literally a platonic harem anime about making friends, right? And
Hmm.
it was about this boy and girl, right? The setting is obviously, I think, like in high school or in middle school, one of them. But There were two like loners that wanted to make friends, and the whole series was about them trying to make friends.
Son, if you like that, you will love Comey.
No, like I like. Okay, look, bro. We'll get into it. I like Comey's cool. It's just I can't get into it right now. My mind's not there. My
Mm.
mind's not there. I want edgy. I want.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no
I
no
want
no!
edgy.
I see. I see what you mean, Hash.
Yeah, it's not in the place for it. But I was gonna get okay. So how can I? It's like mad wholesome, mad cute. There's no like any etchy or anything like. It's literally like, can you be my friend today?
Please,
And
you be
like
my
telling,
friend.
like watching people like get emotional about like becoming friends with each other is just like nothing you can put on your G card. You feel me? Like your gangster points, bro, drop immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I watched that shit by
Yup.
myself in like I think 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. Back in the day, back in the day. And I was like, man, this is mad cute. I want friends now. As I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm like, yeah, I would want to be wanted.
That's kind of how I feel about what Maggie's Bride. So Maggie's Bride, it's there's not really a I'd say it's like a slice of life, but not really. So this old wizard, you never see his face. He's always wearing a mask. He
Okay.
uh basically buys this slave girl, and you think it's gonna be like horrible, but then you just get taken on like some like lovey dovey, like uh he basically woos her to be his wife instead of like actually like or it could have gone like the opposite way. And so like it's all just like him just explore like showing her his world. Like, yeah, this is what I love to do. These are all my friends. We're all nice, blah blah. Blah. And it's like, holy shit. You didn't think it was gonna go that way. But can't be telling
Yeah.
people about that. Too lovey dovey.
No.
But hold up. Mage's Bride was also like promoted as like one of the like must watches of that year. You know, like it was seen as like what either number one or like one of the top five animes of that year. I
Where?
think like yeah, I think like
It
anime.
was because of the animation. But if you actually like
Oh,
watched it, you could not watch that in public. People be
oh, okay.
looking at you weird.
Ah, all right, all right, all right. Gotcha.
Damn. I
Explaining the
think.
plot of Kaguya-sama is kind of weird. Like, I'm kind of thinking of
Yeah.
it like in terms of explaining it to somebody else, and it's just hard. It's like, okay, well, these two characters they like each other, but they compete to see who will say it first. And there's
Yeah.
also other people in the student council, and they're in on it, but like differently. you know, it just sounds like what the fuck are you watching, my guy? Turn on some normal television.
And then I'll be the first one to step my toe in it. Let's get some edgy. Redo of a healer.
Oh
Ooh,
Lord, oh Lord.
That's
We're
wow.
here. We're here.
it's
We're here.
it's a clusterfuck to say the
I'm,
least. But
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest. The most I
yeah.
went through was 5
I'm not gonna lie, it was
episodes.
a fun little watch.
I would have been
Now I
that
couldn't tell anybody about
machine.
that, but
Yo, yo, son. If we're gonna talk about revenge porn, this is that show. You know what I'm saying? But
this
like,
is this
hey,
boy.
I don't want to either
Man.
confirm or nor deny that I watched the show. It's just up in the air. Let's just keep it lucky. You know what I'm saying?
All right. To be fair, we don't condone revenge porn in any type
Oh,
of
most
way.
definitely. Do not.
But this is a very peculiar and interesting revenge story. But it just goes. It's one-sided to a certain extent. No, that's just an extent. The whole thing is one-sided after the whole bad shit happens to the main character. But
Facts.
hey, shout out to the uncensored version.
Yo,
yo,
can we say okay? What okay? Is the okay? Oh man, I'm gonna say this.
This one, like listening to this man
This one, this
reveal
one's
his
not
nah,
parent is
spit
supposed to.
that
hilarious.
shit
Oh
out.
man, yeah.
Spit it out.
He's like, should I say
You
it?
know
No, should I?
exactly how
Yes,
you want to
yes,
say it.
no.
But like
Fuck it.
hypothetically, let's say I watched
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly, like the hypothetical me that watched this, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say, like, do you think like one of the boring parts of that series, like even though it was like shock, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
uh, was it because there was not enough resistance against the main character? Like the main character just had everything planned out, like everything went exactly as planned.
It's kind of the good
I
thing. Like,
think, yeah,
here's
I
the
think.
thing. If oh my god,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Hungry, but if you were to remove all the sexual stuff, this would be a pretty nice fucking story. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. This shit sounds fucking amazing. Like, I think this is like probably maybe like my second or third revenge type of anime that I've seen. But if you were to remove all that shit, it would
Shoot.
actually be a pretty good story. But
If you removed all that shit, it'd be a Shield Hero, basically.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
something around that line, yeah, for sure. Which is
Yeah.
like, it was crazy because I try to give it that shot to be able to watch it. Like you know what, it actually does have a good story, but it just cling like too much on the sexual stuff. So like you were like already like, you know what, and like yeah,
No,
that's
my
fine.
issue
Like,
with
I'm good,
Redo,
man.
my issue with it isn't even the sexual stuff. It's just that, like you guys said, it's super one-sided. So by the time
Yeah.
he's
Hmm.
like getting revenge on all these people, they can't do anything. Like they aren't even still horrible people, some of them. So like
Yeah.
Yeah, this
you
is
just
kind
you
of like the
start
Mushoku
rooting
Tensei
against the main
situation.
character. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for. Yeah, that's the thing. I was rooting for him to get his comeuppance, and I'm just waiting for that shit to happen
It was
the entire
weird.
time.
The harem, hypothetically, the harem that
Yeah, it
he
is
is
a harem.
collected.
Yeah.
Yeah, the harem, like he pretty much gave them the choice of lesser of two evils. He's like, yo, you could be with me, or you can die.
That's
Right?
fucked. That is
Yo,
so
so
fucked.
Did we
Yo,
explain like the premise of it? I don't
nah,
know if
let's
we
not,
did.
let's not, let's not,
Nah,
let's not.
it's
Yo,
Well, people
I
have to
can if y'all want
understand because like
to. I'll
it
take that
doesn't
bullet.
make any
I don't care.
sense that like we're rooting
uh,
against the main character if they don't know what he is. I won't go too in
all right,
depth,
all right.
All right.
but
I'll
basically,
shoot it. I'll shoot it.
he's a
There you go.
victim.
Yeah,
He's a
go
victim.
aside.
So basically, in one timeline, he was the victim of a party. So he was the only like masterclass healer, and instead of like treating him as like an equal, they treated him as like an item in their bag to be used whenever they want, to be thrown around. Basically, he was their bitch and their slave. They drugged him and abused him, and so he ends up killing the final boss at the end of the thing, and got like the ability to reverse time and keep his memories. So what he said, he reversed time, went back to when he first became the master class healer, and decided to take his revenge on all the people in his party, as well as other people who did him wrong during his time to beat the demon lord. And so that's what you're kind of going through his secondary life with him, with all the prior knowledge, all of his past like abilities and things like that that he uses to get his revenge, and then it
Yep.
just gets off the rails from there.
Yep.
yeah. So basically, you're
Yep.
watching him get revenge on all the people who wronged him
Who did
before,
wrong?
but like he knows everything, and he's like I wouldn't say he's
OP.
strong, but like he's really good at manipulating people. So he's just like a shitty person fighting other shitty people. Like there's nobody really to root for, and that's
He's
This
why it
OP, but
is
he
wasn't
is strong.
super good for me.
Besides, he is strong. He is strong.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he's strong too.
Yeah, makes it
So
easier
like,
to manipulate.
it sucks. It really sucks that it clings way too much on the like on the abuse and the
Mm-hmm.
trauma side of this instead of like actually going by the story, because the universe seems pretty dope and everything that's going on, but it's just that, dude, it's fucked. It's just fucked.
But if you want this anime, but not all the fuck shit, Shield Hero.
Shield Heroes away for sure. You know what, I have another good one, and it's been a while since I've watched it. It was Goblin Slayer.
Oh
Mm.
yeah,
I would say it
It
was just bad to
started
me.
really.
you like it?
No, I didn't like it. Now I only got
Uh-huh.
2 episodes in because the first
uh
episode is brutal,
yeah,
Oh,
I think that's
definitely.
the
and
biggest
then the
thing
But
second
that
that's the
episode
thing.
is kind of slow.
It gets less brutal.
it gets less
I wouldn't even
brutal.
say it gets brutal. Like I think my sensitivity is a little too low. But
Man,
like the first episode was brutal, and so I thought like the whole anime was gonna be like that. And then as you get towards like the other episodes of the anime, it's not even close to the first part. Like they allude
the
to some
last
stuff, but
episode
then like they never
kind of gave you the feeling that it was gonna start all over again.
start get
Well,
darker.
Yeah.
mm, I have a question. I have a question.
What?
What's up?
Um, don't they show some really graphic scenes in the first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah, they
like
do.
the first
Yeah.
episode is really dark. But then
Yeah.
if you take the first episode out, the rest of the anime is like not even close to that darkness.
See,
Like the
they
first episode
did.
was like on like a 9
Yeah.
out of 10 in darkness. The rest
Yeah.
of the anime is I'd say like a 6, maybe a 5.
They
Yeah,
did the
Man,
yeah,
that
redo
shit was a
healer thing
12.
where at the first episode they showed you the evil, like the actual, like they show you the bad guys and they show you what was the actual evil that's going on here, like the purpose. So we saw goblins do like crazy fucking things, like horrible
Mm-hmm.
things, and then you get your MC and he does his thing, right? No, he's not violating. Well, he's violating goblins in a different way, but he's not doing some crazy shit. He's just
Yeah.
killing them in a very, very methodical, insane, brutal way.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Hold up. So one thing I found interesting, it kind of exposed like how uh, microscopic some of the agendas of these heroes are when it comes to these fantasy worlds. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
if we kill the dark one, then all of the solutions, then they'll fix all the problems. But like these monster hordes still exist, these demons, all these things
Yeah.
still exist. So it's like you're only chopping the head of the snake.
Hmm.
Is it?
That's
Is that the saying? Is that the saying? Like the snake? Is it like?
So that's the
I don't
saying,
know.
but I think you're using it wrong because when they usually say you
When you
chop the
chop
head
the
off
head
of
off
the
the
snake,
snake, it
that means like the
dies.
whole organization gets
Oh,
disbanded.
okay.
It's
I
more,
guess
it's
they're
more like a
cutting the
hydra. It's
tail,
more like a hydra.
basically,
You chop
right?
one head
You're
off
Yeah,
and
cutting
then
the
the
no,
tail
like a
will
tail.
pop
hydra.
Hold
up.
up. What was that? What was that dragon that Hercules fought?
Hydra,
Yeah,
hydra,
The
hydra,
hydra.
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 Hydra. Yeah, you're only cutting
Yeah,
off one head of Hydra.
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the saying you're
perfect.
looking for.
That's one
Yeah,
right there.
One down,
yeah.
3 come up.
Shout out
Yeah.
Hydra. Yo, relax, chill. Never mind.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, that's a wild animal to shout out. Oh, I get it
That's a
now.
Marvel
Oh,
reference
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's a Marvel
oh
reference.
shit! Nah, Haash, you gotta relax. Wait a
Yo,
minute.
Hail
Calm
Hydra,
yo,
down.
yo.
No, but let's talk about
Marvel
it. A lot
bars.
of the main characters of what you call are horrible people. Like a lot of these like single-minded characters are really bad people, but they're set up to be the hero of the story.
They're supposed to represent good. It's like, yo, it's kind of
But they do some fuck
shallow.
shit to do that good.
Shout out to
Yeah, or
Jobless.
that, or they just ignore all the other bad things in favor of the one bad thing that's like their motivation.
Oh, that's
Yo,
why Shield Hero is such a good because they basically touch on that. Like all the so there's four little synopsis of Shield Hero. So there's four people from our world get transported into another world, and they're supposed to be the four heroes to save the realm. And so the main character he gets fucked over, but the other three characters they're loaded up as great heroes. And then as you're going through the main character story, you hear about the accomplishments of the other heroes. But then as the main character goes back to those towns that the other people saved, you see that the shit that they did was actually ended up fucking over the town even more. So like one of them kills a dragon, but instead of like burying the dragon so it doesn't like so to like get rid of the body, they just leave it there. And then like the miasma from the dragon poisons the town, and so like they're all infected with some shit. And so it's like there's like a double-edged sword, which kind of touches on the size point.
Yeah, it turns them into like the cleanup crew. He just cleans up the mess behind everybody.
You don't
oh my
fix
God, I can't
the
wait for season
system.
2 this year.
I'm not gonna get in my actual political bag, but you have to fix the system.
do it.
You can't just no, we're not. Oh, you know what we watched together that is a guilty pleasure? Like 9 of us in this server watched High School DxD together, and that was pretty fun.
Hold up, you guys watched it together?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
not
kinda
together,
wild
but
the
we
way
all
you
watched it
said
at the
it.
same time.
No, we watched
Oh,
it
that's
together. Don't lie.
Y'all were in bed together?
Well, yeah, me and Hungry, we watched it together, but
Yeah,
That's a
I
vibe,
it was
want
just
to
me
I
and
want to see
Hungry.
his
You feel
facial
me?
expressions.
Bad wet wipes been passed around.
Yo, can
Hey
we
yo,
talk about something that's kind of like dudes don't talk about enough, but it's kind of weird. Like, okay, let's say
Man.
you recommend one of your like horny content. You know what I'm saying? Like one of your ecchi content, right, to another nigga, right? But then y'all start nerding out about the ecchi shit, right? But then you notice the other dude is a little bit more hype. I don't want to say no names. We know a guy who's exclusively into hentai, right?
Shout out to Rogue.
this is true.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to say
I didn't want to
his
name drop him, you know what I'm saying? But like,
He doesn't like
This is already out.
anime,
Love
bro.
you,
He
Big
doesn't
Rogue.
watch
We
anime.
Good
dropping
people.
names.
Only
We dropping names. That is true.
Wallahi, the funniest guy I've ever met. Yo, this guy only watches hentai. He's like, I don't really care about the anime or whatever. Just give me hentai, bro. I only care about the content. Yeah, bro. You see how he put her on the bed? Like, fam. Like, what am I
Hey, he
doing
knows
there?
what he likes.
He lost weight, man.
Hey, bro, he knows what he likes. What's
Knows what he
I
likes.
said?
Knows what he likes. Yo,
Goodness.
Can't
shout
get
out
mad at
to
him. He's unabashed
nah,
with it.
but it's like, is that like us normalizing sex at in some way where we're just discussing sex anime content that we enjoy? I don't know, man.
Well, honestly, we should normalize sex. It's a
We
perfectly
should.
healthy thing.
Yeah,
We should. We
you
Just
gotta
don't
be
should.
get
careful what
crazy
you
with it.
I don't
recommend,
know
though.
if hentai is a perfectly healthy thing, but look,
I
I'm
don't
not in
know,
a
bro.
position to throw stones.
It's like okay, this is gonna sound controversial. I still like certain aspects of toxic masculinity. You know what I mean? Like I just like I like
Mm.
the. Oh no, I can't say this. You know, like there's boundaries. You know.
I see what you mean. I got scared
Towing
for
the
a second,
line.
but I see what you
Towing the
mean.
line is a bit, it's fun a little bit.
Hmm.
Towing the line.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Shout out to the erotic manhwas. Like they actually have an amazing story, and that's why they're so fucking
Itchy.
long. Hell yeah, dude, it's amazing. It is. They're fucking good. They're really good.
There's
I don't know if
some
they're
good
good or
plots.
if I just really like sex, dude. I don't know. Like
You
sometimes
a,
I want.
you a
Oh, I love
deviant,
sex.
man.
I'm not even gonna
I
lie.
am a degen. I'm a degen, bro.
Nah,
That
here's
too.
the thing, bro. It's like your gauge of how good it has to be goes down because A, you're getting this other stimulus, and B, hentai storylines are usually garbage. So when you find one that
Oh,
has like a
definitely.
serviceable story, it feels like it's a great story.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Real.
So I got a good rebuttal to this. Okay, and this goes
Ooh.
back to our Korea versus Japan. Okay, we're reliving some the greatest rivalries ever known to man, right? But like,
Real.
hey, web novels, right? Low key have better stories than mangas,
He's not
right?
lying. The man wants me hitting.
Ooh.
Alright.
True. I said this.
So this so the little sexy etchy web comic, the hentai web comics, bro, just be hitting a little bit better.
Hey man,
A
they
So
little bit
even
better.
they,
what?
they, they even get
What?
you to your feels sometimes, depending on what you're reading.
I think
Yeah.
some of that is because of like, or at least for me, it's because in the manhwas they're age appropriate. So like most of these people are in
That's
college,
true.
they're like
Ah, right.
upper high school. These like the Japanese ones, some high
They're
school stuff, and I'm
they're
like,
on the edge. They're on the edge. Yeah.
yeah, they're on the edge.
Yo,
They're on
they
the edge
can't.
in a bad way.
Yeah.
No, okay. My issue with Japan is they want to relive their like high school days a little bit too much. You know, like how America was obsessed with that shit for a bit. It's like every setting was like in high school.
High school.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Got
like
your super
Mad
bad.
30-year-olds
there was,
acting like they were young.
right. There
Yeah.
Yeah.
wasn't too many like college setting, and that might just be because like we didn't have very high like college educated population at the time. So the way to relate with people with was like go let's make the setting high school because everybody went to high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you dropped out, you know, in middle school. But that was like I don't know how rare or how common of occurrence that was back in the day. But like most people went to high school, right? Most people went to prom, etc. Right? So like with Japan, Japan's just weird because they're obsessed with that high school setting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's they just project their fantasies into their art. So like, oh, I wanted this to happen when I was in high school and stuff. I imagined this moment or I wanted this to happen or maybe it actually happened and they just decided to put it into art. Just kind of
Hold on, I have
scary
a
when you think
theory.
about it.
And then don't they have a younger culture?
What do you mean
Like,
by
cause like
younger culture?
so their legal age is 14, but then also like you'll talk
No.
to, or at least from what I've heard, like women in like their 23, 24, they'll
Yeah,
basically say like they're old as hell, even though for us that's like young as hell.
That's kind of wild.
I
But
have no clue.
I
I have no
gotta
clue.
read up more into that. That's something that I actually really wanted to like have a in-depth topic. I mean,
Because you'll
discussion
see it in
about.
like all the like Japanese where like the teacher, she's
Mhm.
how old are you? 23. Yeah, I'm an old spinster. Wait, what?
That's wild.
Huh?
See, my thing
no,
is,
but
I
there's
know
that.
nothing about Japanese culture. I feel
No,
so
but
like stupid trying to comment on it because I just know
no, we're
nothing.
Yeah,
gonna we're all
I
dumb.
gotta learn more.
None
I
of us
gotta
are
learn more.
Japanese. Okay, none of us are. We're just being dumb right now. Let's be ignorant. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
let's be smart
Let's have
dumb.
some fun, bro.
Yes, let's have some fun. Let's try to figure out Japanese culture without really knowing shit. Okay,
All
so
right.
I'm down.
okay, okay. So Hungry, say that again, bro, because I just had a thought, bro.
So
I just
like
had a thought.
in like like I've read some Japanese like uh mangas where it was like she'll say she's 23, 24, and then say she's like an old spinster or that she's used up, and I'm like, you're still
Okay.
young. What do you mean?
No. Hold up. I have a rebuttal now. I have a thought. Okay, so what if that's just weirdo dudes projecting, like weirdo artists or mangakas, right? Projecting their ideas onto these stories.
I believe that.
Mm,
What if that's not really the consensus over there? It's just like these weirdo mangaka types that didn't get any poom poom back in the day. Just feel like 23 is old, 16 is
but it's
in. You feel me?
not. What?
Hold up.
Well, you
Yo,
know,
But
son.
no. Okay, but I have another thing. Is like, what if these people, like, okay, I'm reading and slash watching Blue Period, right?
Mm,
And the main character, was having some of the more like, I don't know how I say this, but like monumental like changes while he was in high
mm,
school, right? When he was like, going through that coming of age adolescent, right? But like when he was in college, because they have a college, what is it called, arc as well. Actually, a few arcs actually, it's still ongoing. But it's not fun. It's not fun for him. Like college is
mm,
not fun. Maybe the perspective over there when it comes to like how they see like education, that majority of your development, like maturing, might occur in
mm,
high school, but not in college. College just seems like less fun and more studious.
It feels like more
mm.
work. I got you.
Yeah, it's like it's a means to an end to get a job.
Right.
It looks like versus like exploring and having fun is more in like in high school.
I could see that.
Yeah.
And
If
again,
you putting it that way, it kind of makes me feel more. Yeah. It kind of makes sense.
Makes
but
Doesn't
sense.
make it
don't
Yeah.
right.
take. But this is the thing for the listeners: don't take anything I say seriously.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't take
being
anything dumb shit
yeah, I
serious.
was gonna
Like,
say,
yeah,
look,
but
we're stupid, but
or
we
yeah,
admitted it. We're being smart dumb right now.
smart now.
yeah,
As it
all
should be.
feelings, no facts.
Yeah.
Or in other terms, ignorant.
Yeah, but yeah,
A little
I
bit.
think
Oh my
yeah,
god. I love it.
Da-da-da-da.
Don't drop that.
No.
Hey,
Alright.
All right.
We have way too much fun right now.
Should we go
I'm
to
trying.
our other like topic, or should we just stay on this one? Does anybody else have like guilty
Okay,
I
pleasures?
got no more guilty pleasures, but
yeah, I'm out of
it'd be
guilty
nice
pleasures.
to actually check that out.
Most harem animes guilty.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I agree. Even the
I
world's
mean, I
finest
be
assassin
watching
has some
bad
good stuff.
anime though. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I be watching horrible shonen sometimes. Like, I watched Akudama Drive. I knew the story was trash. I didn't care. The fight scenes were cool. I watched like
It was
7
animated beautifully,
episodes out
bro.
of 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I've watched stuff that I just know is garbage. Hella romance anime that I know is just garbage. But I watch that shit though.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about Akudama Drive for 1 second? Okay, we
Let's
were
do
all
it.
in
Yeah, yeah.
denial. We were all in denial for such, especially me, bro.
I
Because
know I wasn't.
I was
I
so ready.
literally, nah, 'cause I was so like ready to defend that shit. I was keeping hard, bro. No. Trust me. That's what this represents. It's gonna be good. Just wait one more episode. They were at like episode 6. Oh, okay, it's finally heating up. Episode 8. Oh, this shit went to shit again. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh man.
I was like,
It was
episode
so
2 or
bad.
3, I called it. I was like, yo, it's gonna do this, this, and this. And you're like, nah, it's not. It's not. And you know, I did that,
I didn't
and that.
feel very happy with the ending. That's all I can say.
Because like
I just
if I
wanted it to be
agreed with you,
good.
Hungry, if I agree with you, Hungry, then that's me admitting like it's gonna go to shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I
then
was
you
just
have to just stop watching.
We've all had those. We're like, nah, this is gonna get better. I'm too invested in this. I know it's gonna get better, just to be disappointed in the end.
Oh man.
It was good times.
I did that with
But
Boruto for a long time. I watched Boruto way longer than I should have. And again, it's getting good now. But like the first like 70,
200
really the first like
episodes.
100 something. Yeah, it's the first 100 something because then it goes into like filler arcs. I was waiting for the
God
manga to
damn.
catch up. But the
Like the
first like
first 100
70, I'm like,
episodes is like,
yo,
you
they're
remember
not just
him, right?
retelling Naruto. They're not just gonna retell
Hold up.
Naruto, are they? And then they did.
Sorry.
Basically.
Say that again, bro. You said first 100? Sorry.
Yeah.
Man,
First like
oh,
70.
oh, whoa, bro, that's wild. That is wild.
I was
It's true.
invested,
That's the
bro.
bad
Mind
part.
you, I'm watching weekly, just waiting for it to get fired.
Nah,
Because
man.
So
You
I don't
are
I
even have
remember seeing a
anybody
insane.
else who
TikTok
knows.
where it was like Boruto's running down the street, bumps into a guy, and then he turns around, and then you hear like the studio applause, like oh hey, because it's the dude from old Naruto.
Yes.
They're like, oh hey, shit, I remember him. And he's like looking at the cameras, like pointing, like oh thank y'all, yeah. That's basically what the first 100 episodes are.
It's
So,
messed up, man.
I've been thinking about this before we enter album of the year discussion. I have a
Album?
question.
Album?
No, oh, did I say album? Anime of the year
It's still
question.
AOTY. I get it.
Hey Yodi.
Okay. Uh, do you think it's more comparable to compare, like, let's say if an anime is a one-off, so it's only going to be one season, right?
Mhm.
To season, like to a premiere of an anime as well, so like the first season of an anime. M- be- Better to compare those two than an anime that's in their third season,
Yeah.
right? If we're gonna compare, like, if we're gonna choose album of the year out of that season or that year, you know, like what is it, like Attack on
Oh, so,
Titan season three, or was it season three that came out this
Four.
year? First
Four.
part?
Four.
Yeah,
Was it
four, first
four?
Four.
part.
Is it
Hmm.
four? Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Uh, like I don't know, that came out and that got like a lot of like love, you know. Boruto,
Mm.
this season that came out got a lot of love, right? But can you compare those with like an odd taxi, you know, or
Mm.
like a Sunny Boy, or you know what I mean, like a one-off? I don't know if Sunny Boy's on one-off, so I'm just
It
saying.
Yeah,
is.
I see what you're saying because like those ones they're coming in with a predetermined like audience,
Yes.
and the new ones like the Odd Taxi, they're kind of starting from scratch because they're relatively unknown in the anime space. In the manga, they might be huge, so I can see what you're saying.
It is just
Uh,
like how how do I want to word this? There's a way that people who go into watching an anime that is continued, they have their own like expectations and headcanons of what they want to happen, and they
Yeah.
have something to compare it to directly. Whereas if I watch Odd Taxi, there's kind of nothing. There are things like it, but like, what am I directly comparing it to, and does it work? You know,
Mm.
I see it.
And
and
like,
because
then
a
how
lot
are
of
you
these
gonna
sequels are
gauge
just
like?
fan service machines. They're fan service machines made to sell merchandise, and then if it's a good story, who cares?
Mm. Oh, did Burn the Witch come out this year?
Nah, it was
Oh,
that was
last
and
year.
last year.
that was last year.
Yeah.
I
Ah,
think
But
so.
2020
let's
or
just jump into
2021.
anime of the year since we were talking about Odd Taxi.
Hmm.
Odd Taxi was fire. Like
All right, who's
that's
starting?
one of the higher ones for me. Like
I
perfect
think that's Hash's
story.
number one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know because Hash, you've been talking about Osama ranking, so
Oh, so this is the
those
thing.
two might be fighting for him. I
Yeah.
haven't
So
watched Osama rankings, so I don't know.
this is tough. This is tough because like Osama ranking gives you, like, if you guys like Tokyo Gilby, or no, not Tokyo Gilby, Studio
Studio
Gilby.
Gilby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't think today. Okay, if you enjoy Studio Gilby vibes, like you'll really love Osama ranking because it's like
Mm.
they figured out how to make it wholesome and then tragic as hell at the same time, bro. It's magnificent. Um, and with Odd Taxi, the storytelling was just so good. It was like, I mean, there was like Chekhov knives. I can't speak today, but times a
Crisp.
thousand. Like the storytelling was so smooth. Everything had a purpose. Everything a part of that anime had a purpose in the story. There was no like, I mean, me and Hungry disagree on this, but like I feel like every part of that story did something. Like if something was introduced, it was definitely addressed in the next episode.
For me, it was
Now
just one part, and like,
there's one, yeah,
but it wasn't a big enough part to like destroy the like a little bit of spoilers. It was just the two characters in it. Like they were in the story, but weren't necessary for the story. Like if they were taken out, the story could still work
Yeah.
perfectly. As opposed to other characters, where if they were to be taken out, you'd miss a huge chunk of the story. But
Taxi
still,
is
I still love it.
Taxi is anime Quentin Tarantino.
I can see that.
Yep,
I can
yep,
definitely see
yep.
that. It was
Yep.
giving me a what is it? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking on the Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta one.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
Yes,
Fiction, that's what it was. It gave me
Huh.
Pulp Fiction vibes.
Okay, I see it. I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. So what is like your top 5 for the AOTY? The AOT.
Ayote.
Oh,
So,
one second. Yes, go ahead.
are we counting Arcane as an anime? Because I did.
We can count Arcane. We can count
Let's count
Castlevania.
if that's the case. I gotta do some adjusting here.
Because
Hold up.
holy shit, that was a good animation. Like,
Let me get
can't really call
Jujutsu
it
Kaisen
anime,
out
but
of
it
here. Let me get Jujutsu
still has
Kaisen out
some
of here. Give
great.
me a second.
Because
Yeah,
I
no,
had
I
Odd
feel you. Okay.
Taxi, Arcane, Jobless, just because I love Jobless. And I had ReZero, and then So I'm a Spider.
Shit.
Mhm.
Got mad isekais in that bitch.
Yeah, these guys killed it.
Hungry is
Zero.
Isekai guy.
They did good. No, they did great. I can't deny that part. I had
And
a
then like
very go ahead.
the crazy thing about like So I'm a Spider, I didn't think it would be that good.
Same.
I went to it like, oh, this is gonna be some trash isekai, just get through it real quick. Turned out to be really good, like really thoughtful.
And the whole time thing was very you can kind of get lost in it if you just like you're not paying attention, but if you're like very focused on what's going on and like and understand the back and forth, it is actually pretty neat.
It's well thought out too.
Yeah. When it comes to my top 5, I had to make some decisions which kind of might hurt and might probably take some G points out of my out of my card, but like my list where I kind of built this out from was Vivi, Fluorite Eye Song, One Direct Priority, Mushoku Tensei or Jobless Reincarnation, Jujutsu Kaisen, Tokyo Revengers, Osama Ranking, Odd Taxi, Son of Ogre, Baki, ReZero Season 2, So I'm a Spider, Hori Media, Slime Season 2, and Komi Can Communicate. And out of that entire list, I forgot to add Arcane as well, since we're going to add Arcane. If that's the case, then my top 5 in order would be Osama Ranking, Odd Taxi, Arcane, Vivi, and ReZero Season 2.
That's a solid list.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
It's kind of weird having Top A, like it's writer Vivi and ReZero on the same list. And even though ReZero had all of its skips and all of everything, it just like it had enough to keep me entertained with the story and to keep on looking further into what's gonna happen or what will happen and the things to come. Like I'm invested. I'm invested. I'm really invested in that. And Vivi being basically an OVA, where he just it's like I was probably like working on the show. Like you know what, fuck, let me just go ahead and just write this up and just throw it in there. It shows his extent like to his writing, how he can just like diversify from being from a simple isekai to get into this futuristic type of thing. Like it was nice. It was pretty, and it was nice seeing that story. That's great, man. And Arcane, we can't really say much about Arcane, man. It's like it says it for itself.
That's a great like. That was a sleeper. Like nobody thought it would be that good.
Nah.
Holy shit.
Hey, man, I was there. That's the only thing I can say. But for a lot of people that are not used to League of Legends, hey, man, I'm glad that they enjoyed it. That's all I can say. What you got, Simon?
So I don't have a whole top 5. I got 3. And for me, this was kind of a year where I watched a lot of old stuff. I started watching One Piece. I watched a lot of old anime. But this was the year of the movie for me. You guys know Ava is probably my favorite anime property ever. So 3.0 plus 1.0 came out in America this year. And that was super duper fire. I think it's the best ending that Ava's ever gotten between the 3. Because the show has an ending. Then there's the end of Evangelion movie, whose ending I don't like very much. And then there's this, which I think kind of put everything together. You guys can listen to past episodes. I've gone on about it for mad long. And then I also have Horimiya because it was just wholesome. It was cute. It was funny. It had
Beautiful.
characters that I enjoyed. It was very well, not animated because there weren't like any crazy animation scenes like that, but like the art was just very good. And yeah, I just really enjoyed that show a lot for the time that I watched it. And then Demon Slayer Mugen Train came out in theaters this year as well. And I remember it was the first time I saw my friends post pandemic, pretty much. After we had all gotten vaccinated or whatever, and we all got back together. There were like 8 of us, and we all went to the movie theater and saw it and cried.
That sounds
What a
dope.
fucking
That
movie.
sounds fucking dope.
It was amazing. And so yeah, those are my super big highlights of this anime year. Read Sunny Boy. Sunny Boy is amazing. Read Chainsaw Man. I think that came or finished up this year. Chainsaw Man was amazing. Yeah.
Next
Maybe
year,
a
I think
nice little
Chainsaw
closing
Man's
topic.
coming out with the anime, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
I
map
think they're gonna
anime.
start the same time. They're gonna start the next manga arc. That'd be a nice actually little topic to talk about. Hash, you already said your top 5 or top 3?
No,
or top
no,
2?
I have not. I've not. So I'm gonna
Shoot.
say Odd Taxi, Osama ranking. Then I'm gonna say Horimiya. Then I'm gonna say JoJo's
Mm.
4. Then 5. 5 is up there. I mean, like, I'm a manga reader, right?
I feel you.
Yeah. So, man, I guess did I say Horimiya?
Yeah.
Did Kaguya-sama come out this year?
Yes, season
No.
2. I'm pretty sure season 2 is
season
this
3 is
year.
next year, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, I guess I'll put Kaguya-sama in there. So like, I have anime that I watched, but I had better, like, higher expectation. Like Blue Period was one of them. Like, pissed me off. And then like Sakugan is pretty good. I've only watched 2 episodes, but I can't say like whether it's like amazing or not. I'm still on the fence on that one. And I don't know. Can't think of any at the moment. Oh, you know what? It's an honorable mention because I didn't watch this. That's why I can't put it in my list. Tokyo Revengers. I read it.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. My issue with the anime is like the pacing was a bit slow. Like, it's one of those where I just want to see what happens next.
It feels like they did what Blue Period should have done.
Yeah. Let's if we switch that shit up, they would have been on my list, bro.
Yeah, for real. If Blue Period had the pacing of Tokyo Revengers, I think we'd be in a nice spot. But we still get what we get. So
Can we also talk about our biggest disappointments? Like, my biggest disappointments here was To Your Eternity.
Yeah. That
that
was a big one on mine for disappointment.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like its pacing was just all over the place. It'd slow down, speed up, slow down.
It had
like
us in the
middle
feels for a second, but it just no.
Yeah.
Yo, I lied. Number 5 is not Kaguya-sama. At the moment, it's Super Crooks on Netflix. Watch that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get in that tonight. Pause.
Yeah, I'm on episode 4 of that, or 5.
Just the opening, and maybe just because I'm a degenerate, you know.
Hentai.
Yo, honestly, best opening this year, hands down.
Oh,
not even.
Nah, wait.
That's still what you call it. That's still Odd Taxi. The Odd Taxi opening is dumb fire.
Hey,
nah, son. Watch Super Crooks. Watch that.
Yeah. I'm
It's
gonna have
funky.
to watch it first.
I'll say that.
I'll
It's got a
watch
nice
it.
funk to it.
No, hold up, bro. Hungry. Respectfully. All right. What would you rather watch? The Super Crooks
If we talk about respectfully,
we talking about watching it. I see.
If we talk about respectfully, on silent,
not listening, not listening, right? We're not listening here. Watch.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see some pixels on the screen that I like.
Hey, yeah. You put a GIF in the server the other day. I said, okay, I see where you're trying to take this. Trying to take this.
Let's go.
I get it.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
Oh, I have a disappointment that I just watched. The Sword Art Online movie just came out.
Yeah,
just kind of got to
I agree with
theaters, and it was garbage. Oh my god, that movie sucked. And it didn't even suck because like the story was horrible. It was just the pacing was bad, the music was iffy, the voice performances were like nothing in it was super amazing to me.
I
What
still
was the
want to know
story
who they
about?
cater to.
that's most. I feel like that's most sort of online like movies because they give you so much plot within like the first hour, and then they try and speed it all up at the end. It's like,
Yeah,
come on, son, you do too
it
much.
was
Real
like not a
movie?
continuation of Alicization or Alicization. I don't know how to say it, but the good part of
Yeah,
Sword Art,
yeah,
it was kind of like a continuation of that.
yeah.
Oh, oh.
Took place after the events in Alicization.
So I had hopes it was gonna be good because that was actually good after Sword Art
Mm-hmm.
was trashed for like 3 seasons, and
I
then
know how to fix
it
Sword
was
Art.
not. How?
But just end it.
Sex.
Stop making it? Yeah.
Oh, the sex.
What?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Hold
All
on.
right, man. All right, you guys
Huh?
have anything else?
Alright, guys, this was an amazing episode. If you
Wait, wait,
made
wait,
it
wait,
this
wait, wait,
far,
wait,
you
wait,
know?
Side, before you close,
Thank
Side,
y'all
before you
for
close, Side.
Wait,
Um,
say that again, Hash. What you say?
no, 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 no.
No, we
I
were
think
getting a
Hash
tangent,
is
man. Let's
sick,
keep going.
bro.
Let's.
He's sick.
I want you to explain this shit out.
Nah, I want to look. I want this episode to come out, and because I want this episode to come out, I don't want Hash to explain
Me,
it.
yeah.
No, I
We're
want
good
him to
on that.
explain that stuff.
Yeah. Hey,
Sick
peace
ass
out,
Let
guys.
him
boy.
get in his
Love you,
bag.
man.
Wait, before we close, what are your final thoughts on Cowboy Bebop?
Oh, real before that, I had another disappointment. The Promised
Shoot.
Neverland season 2,
Okay,
Oh,
that's you
super
know what?
garbage.
where I thought
That
it was going, it didn't go there, and I was just, I don't
I'm
know.
I'm
I think
Did
that's
that
more
come
Yeah,
out
me
this
than
you
it
year?
just
is
gotta
the
read it,
thing.
bro.
Yeah,
You
it came
gotta
out
read
this
it.
year.
That was
yeah.
this year. That was definitely this
I'm
Don't
year.
even
so
It
read it.
just,
Don't even
No,
read
it's
it. It's
good if
trash.
you read it.
I'm
I
so
No.
like to
happy
read
so
it.
many good things came because I totally forgot about that. Thank you. Well, actually,
yeah.
no.
Oh, that
Fuck you,
was
Hungry, for
horrible.
reminding me
I
about
almost killed myself.
that.
No. But hold on. Before we leave, disrespectfully, fam.
Go
Promise
for it.
Neverland. The
Trash.
manga was trash too, bro. Because literally they
I
set it
agree.
up like they had a great premise, right? Great setting, great world, right?
Yeah.
And like
And
the
then they
second
have to
half of the
leave it.
series,
Yeah.
the second half just dropped immediately. They looked like they rushed through it, you know. And
Facts.
during that time period of when it was being released, it was like suffering from like what a bunch of shonen anime or just not anime but series were going through. Uh, series that didn't know how to end or go with like or finish the story or not like even continue their story. Promise
Hmm.
Neverland, okay, last season of Food Wars, right? That
Hmm.
arc
Mm.
Oh,
is coming out around the same time. Same thing with Demon Slayer. Okay, I won't spoil it. I'm not saying nothing.
You know what, Hash? No, relax. That's a
I got
sensitive
yeah,
topic. That's a
relax.
sensitive topic, Hash. You gotta
yo,
relax.
yo,
Nah,
I
Hash.
forgive
I
me,
love you. Oh
forgive me.
no.
But like when the time comes, I'm here for you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. God bless.
That.
I feel the same way because like for how short Demon Slayer is, like fam, like like there's no reason to be doing all this crazy shit. But that's a whole nother topic. I'm not gonna get into it. I want people to kill
That
me.
is a whole nother topic that we cannot get into. um,
Again,
but yeah, in terms of
final
how I felt about
thoughts.
Cowboy Bebop, it was cool.
Yeah,
I
it was cool.
wasn't. I'm not as high on it as I was the last time I talked about it, but
Hmm.
I still had a fun time watching it. I still think anime
Yeah,
fans are idiots. I still
big.
think that
Yo,
this sets a good precedent
So
going forward.
for
anime fans
me,
are dumb.
yeah, you're not wrong. But for me, it was bare bones, but they did the bare bones correctly, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So
Yeah.
like I saw everything that was like you already knew what it was. You like already knew like what it felt like. You knew exactly what you're getting into, but it still worked. Because sometimes like when
Agree.
you just it like sometimes when it's bare bones, it doesn't work. But well, most times when it's bare bones, it doesn't work. But this one it worked.
They set up
What
for a
about Promise Neverland?
continuation. I think the right way.
I like the
Only
little
thing I didn't
twist
like
And
is
too.
Ed.
and the thing is,
Ed was a little
people
weird.
came in
Yeah,
watching
that was
this with
stupid.
like, oh, this is gonna be exactly like the anime, and like, nah, you had to come and watch it with fresh eyes. That's the only way you can get through these live actions most of the time.
What do you think
I
about
was hoping
Cowboy
Ed was gonna
Bebop?
be more like a like Pixie kind of, if that's a personality. Like more like he
Oh,
was in the, or more like she was in the
She,
anime,
yeah.
or it was almost like
oh,
a child like I don't know what's going on because this one it felt a little too like manic crazy.
Right.
instead of like a childlike wonder kind of thing.
Agreed.
What are your thoughts, Ash?
About Cowboy Bebop. So I
Yeah.
just realized we were just talking about. Okay, I liked it. It was cool. Watch it.
Yeah,
But
I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot else to say.
You guys
We
have
said a lot
watched
about
it.
it 2 episodes ago, so we don't need to like go super hard
Yeah,
into
it
finishing
was
it.
just to close it out since like it's been some time and just to know how you guys feel.
yo, if you're
Yeah,
one of those
it held up
weirdos
nicely.
that like, no, I got some things to say to the audience. You know what I'm saying?
Monitor that. Mhm.
Keep watching this shit, but like, if you're one of those people that were super hypercritical of like Ed, like, be a better person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there's
what I'm
better
Mm.
saying.
things to do.
You guys are
Yeah,
dickheads. Oh, don't watch the show. That was the tweet. The tweet was, "Do not watch this show," and then it was a screen cap of the scene of Ed, and it's the last fucking scene of the show. Fuck you, niggas. I hate y'all.
There we
You
go.
are a horrible
Talk that
person.
talk.
Bags.
I like this
Oh,
energy.
I hate
Yo,
this shit.
good shit. Good shit.
Good shit.
Should we end it? Should we end it?
Yeah, we out, man. Again, if you made it this fucking far into the episode, I really appreciate you. If you made it this
You
far
a
in the
real
episode
one.
and you aren't in the Discord, join the Discord. Get connected. You know, we take recommendations for episodes. We talk random shit in there. We have fun. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
We're gonna open
have
up
a
Patreon.
good one,
Are
guys.
we selling
No,
gas?
we're
Oh,
not.
never mind.
Merch coming soon.
Yeah.
You already want that episode to come out, don't
You
you?
really want that
No,
episode to come out?
no, not that episode. Absolutely not. No, not
Oh,
that
wait.
episode. But like, hey,
This man
No,
wants
no,
the
let me
last
close,
episode
let
to
me
come
close.
out, boy. I know he does.
hold up. Let me just say this. Like, if you want to hear how I want to fix Sword Art Online, right? No, subscribe to the Patreon.
Or just join the Discord and join one of our voice chats. It is what it is, man. Hey, free
One of the
99,
two.
baby.
But look, hey, I can guarantee you this. If you join the Patreon and you sub on the $25 tier, you will get our hidden episode that is both our best and worst episode. For legal reasons, that episode did not get uploaded. But, you know, you send a smooth 25 to us, and for whatever
You can have
25
it for
divided by
free.
4 is 725.
Yo,
You spend a
Son,
smooth 25,
my
you can have
future
it
is
for free.
worth more than $25, fam. No, you guys are gonna have to pay
No,
$35.
$625. That's what you get from it.
35, $10 more.
You get $625.
Nah, man. We gotta host a
But yeah,
Kickstarter
okay,
for
we'll
that
figure that
episode.
out off air. Thank y'all for listening. Peace. Oh,
Hey, tip your
man.
waiters, all right?